Well, we are less than 3 hours away from the Buffalo Democratic primary mayoral debate. All 5 candidates on the ballot will take the stage tonight.
And joining us now to preview the debate is political analyst Jack O'Donnell. All right, Jack, we appreciate the time. As always, what are you going to be looking out for with the debate tonight? We know that we have 2 top candidates and then 3 that are filling up the rest of the pack there.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things tonight are going to be how the rest of the pack performs, right? Are they able to break through? I think it's going to be interesting. We've heard from both of the leading candidates on their talking points, but also now we've seen some negative attacks from both of them. It'll be interesting to see if they lean positive or lean negative, which will give us a sense of how they feel the race is going. And then related to that is who makes a mistake. Does anyone say anything that's a flub, that's an error, or something that's going to show up on your newscast tomorrow? Those are my big priorities.
Those other 3, let's talk about them for 1 second. Do you foresee any of them making that significant ground? And then if they do, who could that take away from? Do you know if it could take away from the Sean Ryan camp or the Scanlon camp?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I do think some of those folks are going to perform well tonight. Garnell Whitfield, has a lot to say about running the city. Rashid Wyatt has been helping run the city and has really set out a different path than Chris Scanlon over the last few years on the council. So I would expect we're going to hear some interesting things from them today. Whether that breaks through, it'll be hard to say. They'll have to do really extremely well to really cut through. And I think whoever does well on the east side from these 2 leading candidates, right? One has a very strong base in North Buffalo in Sean Ryan and in the Delaware district. The other, Chris Scanlon, has a very strong base in South Buffalo in the south side of the city. So whichever one of them can do well on the east side is probably going to be the next mayor.
And Jack, of course, this is an election that we don't have any exit polling on, so we don't know who's in the lead really. But in terms of just what you have seen out there from the political ads and really the political jostling back and forth there, who do you think really is in first place here, or is it a tie between Scanlon and Ryan at this point?
I think Scanlon and Ryan are both really in the lead. I do think when you look under it, Sean Ryan has really been rolling out a lot of different endorsements. You saw the county executive endorse him today. We've seen labor folks out on the streets knocking doors for him. We've seen some of that infrastructure. But at the same time, Chris Scanlon has been using the power of the office, right? We see him out there unveiling initiatives, driving the story of the day and doing some of it. So I'd say the 2 of them are definitely in the lead here, and we'll see who does better tonight.
We're only a few weeks away from primary day. How many voters realistically are still undecided?
I think there are a lot of voters who are undecided, and a lot of them may be undecided on whether they're going to vote at all. One of the things is that voters in Buffalo, it has been a generation until 4 years ago that we had a June primary, right? We're used to September primaries here in New York. That changed recently. We saw in Byron Brown's reelection campaign, India Walton's primary win. We did not see a big turnout. So I think it's not so much who maybe a lot of voters like, but whether they decide to actually go to the polls, whether they feel like this vote matters, right? People are so distracted by everything that's happening in Washington and in Albany and in the rest of the world, it can be hard to get them to focus on these municipal races.
And Jack, real quickly before you go here, you had mentioned about the campaign ads and really how nasty they have gotten. Do you think that is effective at all, or do you think that turns a lot of voters off?
I think it's effective because sometimes it turns voters off. That's I think exactly the point. If your folks come out and you can keep some of the other guys' folks home, that's an effective winning strategy.
All right, Jack O'Donnell, thank you so much for joining us and for consistently joining us and giving us your insight. It's very helpful.
Thanks for having me.